folks, and welcome to review number 43. Today we're going to look at a third-party exclusive from a first-rate convention. It's a look at the TFCon exclusive Shafter. Starting off looking at the packaging, Shafter comes packaged in a fairly plain rectangular box with the TFCon logo across the top and artwork of Shafter on the right-hand side. I do have to point out, unfortunately though, my box was slightly damaged on the flight home due to baggage handling, which unfortunately really doesn't surprise me a whole lot, but it's a little disappointing. I did have the advantage of having my box signed by the artist of the artwork over here, the infamous Silas Z. So yes, I can say that Silas touched my Shafter. The back of the packaging again features the Silas Z artwork over here on the right hand side, and also has a fairly lengthy paragraph giving a description of Shafter's personality. There is a little bit of innuendo in this paragraph, but it's not nearly as blatant as the alternate bio that was provided at TFCon. Inside the box you will find a nice plastic tray with the figure inside. You also get this nice, it's very quality plastic card with, again, the Silas Z artwork on it, the TFCon logo, and the Shafter bio on the back side. Another part of the figure that I keep in the box, at least with my figure, is the other unofficial TFCon exclusive, the Trans Headband Series 02. This is kind of a continuing joke from BotCon, but it's got a red headband in here. I got the normal one. I didn't get to see the black or the lucky draw, but I keep this in the box with the figure. So here we have the toy itself. The toy comes packaged in vehicle mode, so we'll start off there. Shafter is fairly obviously an homage to the G1 Erector. Now, the actual Erector toy did have a trailer that came with it, so this is just the cab portion, and it does look very good. The mold, of course, is the iGear Rager, which is an homage to the G1 Huffer, but once you put the Erector colors on it, it does seem like a very good homage to the original Erector vehicle. Moving on to the transformation, we see that Shafter is a very simple toy to transform. Given his smaller size, though, this is to be expected. Shafter is roughly the same size as a Cyberverse Commander figure, so there isn't much room for too much complexity. The joints are all very solid, and aside from the shoulder transformation, all of the other transformation joints also serve as points of articulation for the figure. The shoulder pieces swivel and fit back in fairly well, although the shoulder ball joints on my figure are pretty tight, and the shoulder swivel tends to pop back out when I'm rotating the arms. Overall, though, Shafter has a simple and clean transformation with no big surprises. So here we have Shafter in his robot mode. And the robot mode isn't too bad as far as an homage to Erector, but it's definitely got its Huffer origins present with this big hood here. As for the robot itself, articulation isn't too bad for a character of this size. It's got a ball-jointed shoulder here, ball-jointed elbow. You've got a ball-jointed hip and knee joint here. You have a waist swivel, and there actually is a ball-jointed head in there. But unfortunately with this hood, it's very difficult to get in there to move it, especially when you've got big fat sausage fingers like me. But if you almost need like a pair of tweezers or even a small pair of pliers to get in there to move that head around. But that's probably about the only downside to this figure. For a figure of this size, the articulation is actually pretty good on it. One thing I really do have to credit the sculptors and the painters of this figure for is just how sharp the head sculpt and the paint job on the head look. There's a lot of detail there, and it's very clean. I know a lot of hand-painted figures, even some of the club exclusives. The paint ends up getting a little sloppy on the faces, and iGear and the TFCon guys did a very good job of making sure that the paint was very clean on this figure. Shafter does come with a pair of weapons here. He's got two small revolver rivet guns, but they're actually pretty cool. Having just a nice little pair of revolvers here for a figure of this size, so they look pretty good. The TFCon exclusive Shafter from iGear is a good figure, but on its own nothing special. What makes this figure great is what he represents. The idea of Shafter comes from the fun-spirited attitudes of the people involved in TFCon. It's that same spirit that makes TFCon itself such a success. And if I get a chance, I would love to return to TFCon again with my Shafter in hand. Never mind.